2, 3, and 4. Als je even het adres geeft van het appartement, dan ben ik daar om een uur of half 4. Oké, naar je huis. Doen we dat eerst. Ja. Briljant. Ja, leuk. Te gek. Dank je. Joepie. Hoi. Ciao. Nou jongens, wel rust. Tot vanavond.
My name is Jeroen Pek. I am a Dutch and France-based jazz flute player, composer, educator. I initiate projects with international lineups.
And I work from 2 different places, from Holland, but also from the south of France. And gives me the opportunity to play with musicians from abroad easier than if I just really profile myself as a Dutch musician. There's Pitchfork Storm, which I did for years, was very great to do, jazz rock. That was a 7-piece band, and sometimes 12-piece, with 2 drummers and 2 bass players. It was a challenge for me always, as a front man, with this so-called weak instrument. And there is Six Spoons, One Kitchen with ethnic musicians, from Egypt, Tunisia, Brazil, Moldavia. There are a lot of people who support me one way or another by sponsoring, or friends who think that I should keep up.
What's going on?
Well, we are here finally.
And I got all my stuff, all my microphones for the upright bass pickup and everything.
Okay. A special feature is James Cammack from New York, who played for years with Ahmad Jamal, one of the living legends of jazz, piano player. So I'm very honored and happy that I could bring him for the 3rd time to Europe now.
Get some pictures.
Pitch Plot 4 is a result of my development, of my path. Less organized than a bigger group because the arrangements are more fixed. And here there's more freedom again for improvisation. Individual suggestions on the spot during a concert.
What did you put in it? Everything. Bricks. Bricks. Oh my goodness, man.
Here we go with my final
And I'm having a hard time.
On drums is my friend, we go way back. Onno Witte, he's a musical omnivore, he can play practically everything. He's a good singer too, and a composer. Fantastic player, German piano player Christian Pabst, who is a good composer as well.
I played with my piano trio in this theater, and Onno recorded us and he mixed it, and then I didn't see him for those 2 years, and then he actually recommended me to Jeroen to be the piano player in this band. Yeah, it's always funny how these connections, appear again after a long time.
I know Jeroen for I think 15 or 20 years now. I asked him for my band as well, so we did a lot of projects in the past. We became very close friends.
I contacted Jeroen through the promoter, and I expressed to him how I would love to come over and be a part of a European group, come back and tour like I used to, because I enjoy playing in Europe very much. He says, well, we'll start working on this. And then he called me a few weeks later and said, we got some things going on. Got me a plane ticket, places to stay. And here we are now, 2 or 3 years later, and it's really becoming a very good group, even from the first note. Our first gig was yesterday. 2 days ago we saw each other, you know. We haven't played one lick of music together for so many months. So, but it's a great chemistry.
I find that's the most important thing of being together, that you have the opportunity to find that high level of energy. Because if you can reach that, you can reach all the other things as well.
The woman from the radio station last night, she asked me a question, how do you describe this click that you have with this group? I said, it just simply clicks. Sometimes you are with musicians who agree harmonically, melodically, rhythmically, and they agree personally as friends. There's a great camaraderie between us all, and a great respect across the board for all of us. So it's a fantastic environment. For me, I love it.
It's a very energetic group. There are always new boundaries to explore on your instrument, the way you play it. I felt always the need and the urge to define myself as a jazz flute player.
I think he's a very impressive flute player. I actually don't know flute players that play so versatile and so agile. And he connects also extremely well with the rhythm section.
They're all great. Every one of them. We're rehearsing a tune now from Jeroen. Is that your tune, right, Jeroen?
Which one?
The one we just rehearsed.
Yeah, it's a new tune.
Great tune. It's fantastic. Oh, what's it called?
Bad Dose of Style.
A Bad Dose of Style. Energy is very high, extremely high. Thank you very much. I feel like I'm able to come back to Europe and play at a very high level. It's fantastic.
I play the drums, but I'm more like together we are musicians, and it doesn't really matter on which instruments that we're playing.
Never played in a quartet with flute, and I like the combination very much. Also Rhodes and piano and flute. So that was interesting for me to join.
It's a nice group, you know. I'm really happy that everybody's on the same page.
Fantastic project of our own original music.
It's very nice that we have the opportunity to play as much concerts as we do now. So I think we have 4 in the Netherlands, and then we have 3 abroad. So if you play 7 concerts in a short period of time, you can really focus. You can really become a more tight ensemble.
I really hope that we can go to another level, maybe hit some of these major festivals, because I think this group deserves it. Even if we played on some of the off stages, I think this group has enough energy to generate a lot of excitement for an audience.
I really would love to keep this band on the road. We're recording this tour live, and I hope we release this live CD in autumn.
Jeroen and Onno have done a tremendous job in organizing this. And as we say, it clicks.
one of the most remarkable developments, I would like to describe it as in the metaphor of the eyebrow. It became the metaphor for the way we communicate amongst each other. An invite, an invitation to the audience, to other people. Are you coming along with us? You know, we are telling you a nice story. We are very energetic. We are very open-minded people, and I think that strengthens our music, which we call now the eyebrow or the big eyebrow.